Are you ready for the King of the Ice? Pete's Power Plays with Philly Pete starts now on 12 Ounce Sports.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wednesday, April 13th, 2022 episode of Pete's Power Plays. I'm your host, Philly Pete. We're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. This show, as always, is sponsored by BetUS. Create an account with them today. Use the promo code 12Ounce, 120Z, and they'll match your first deposit up to 125%. You got Zingo TV, channel 761. If you don't have it, download it. It's a free app. And then once doing so, flip over to channel 761, where today's episode, like usual, Tuesday through Thursday, is live on channel 761. Amazon.com. All right, we have a website out there. Go to www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. Shop with us today. Get something cool. And don't forget to check out the 12 Ounce Sports store, where there's a large variety of Pete's Power Plays apparel. Hey, warm weather's ahead of us. Get your spring gear, get your summer gear, tanks, t-shirts, different colors, different sizes. Get yours while it's hot. All right. So before I engage with you guys, I want to go over last night's recap real fast, and let's get this show kick-started. 3 games on the ice tonight. You had 1 game on Monday. Last night you had 14, and tonight you have 3. So again, the scheduling is getting really ridiculous. What can I do? I mean, there's nothing really we can do about it. You know, we really can't. So, all right, so let's get into this. I'm not sure what the heck's going on here. Okay, let me just bring it up. I'm in a lackluster right now between all these work meetings I have, so I'm trying to get all my notes up from the other night with you guys. All right, last night, NHL 4-12 recap. We go 7-8-2 with a minus 2.9 units lost overall. Tough night on the ice, and the year-to-date is plus 74.95 units overall. So just about 75 units on the plus side for the entire NHL season. So again, hell of a job so far. I mean, I have to say we've been doing pretty damn well since the start of the NHL season. Great comeback on top of that as well. Okay. Kings over 5.5. That was a winner last night. Blues over 6. That was a push. Kings -1 at plus 110. Winner right there. Caps Flyers first period over 1.5. That was another winner. Push on the Leafs. Sabres over 7. Sabres. Show play. Sabres plus 1.5. Puck line at plus 150. Congrats to those that took that play, got some good value out of that. That was a good show play that I wanted to give to you guys. Good value there that cashed out. Over 7 pushed. Preds in regulation. You had a goal called back. That kind of ruined the game for me. That lost. Bruins money line, that lost. And the 3-team first period over lost as well. Devils -1 at plus 105. That cashed. Panthers money line over 5.5. Same game parlay at minus 130. That lost. Knights money line. Not sure what happened there. I was really confident in the Knights last night. I really was. But this team is getting more and more on my fade list. Tough to trust these Knights. That loss. Preds over 5.5. Not even close. I thought it would have been a solid game for the most part. Didn't happen. Flames first period over 1.5. We got there at the nick of time. Wild over 6.5. That lost by 1 goal. A couple bad breaks in these games here last night that I put out for you guys. But it's just part of the game. That's what happens. Kings money line, that was a winner. Caps over 6 was a winner, and Ducks over 6.5, unfortunately, was a loser. So by a couple goals. Those were the clients. Those were the client plays. Clients go 2-1 on the evening. Winning night. I mean, another a pretty solid night for the most part. So we're back. I'm in the chat now. I'm in the broadcast live. So if you guys have any questions, any games you want to talk about tonight, I know we're limited. Any bets you want to talk about that you want me to side on, let me know. I'm here to answer all your questions, give you your best bets. But in the meantime, I will break down the games for tonight. All right, we have a like I said, a short menu. And on that note, give me a quick 2-minute commercial break because when I get back, I will talk the 3 games tonight. If you want to jump on in, go ahead. I will retweet the show. So if you guys want to come in at the commercial, let's talk some hockey. I'll be back in 2.
12 Ounce Sports has a new home for betting. BetUS.com is the official place to place your bets and support 12 Ounce Sports. All you have to do is go to BetUS.com and type in the promo code 120OZE and you'll instantly get a deposit bonus. This is America's favorite sports book. And remember, always gamble responsibly.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking this quick 2-minute commercial break with me. This is the Wednesday Hump Day edition, April 13th, 2022 episode of Pete's Power Plays. I'm your host, Philly Pete. We're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV channel 761. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your afternoons. I know how hectic it is, but I appreciate each and every one of you tuning into today's show. Like usual, Tuesday through Thursday, 12 p.m. in the East, 9 a.m. out in the West. Come on by. Join in on the phone. I'm taking conversations. If you guys have a good bet that you got or a game tonight that you want to bet on, let me know. I'll give you my insight. But like usual on the show, I'm going to be breaking down each and every game. 3 games tonight. All right. Before the commercials, I had a segment talking about last night's recap. Just about almost 3 units lost last night. Tough night on the ice. However, we're about plus 75 units overall on the season. So, I mean, hell of a season. Great turnaround since the beginning of the season. Like, very brutal. I remember those that followed me since November, tough break. Tough break being down basically over 40 units. And, coming back. And here we are, just about at 75 units overall, plus side of things, which is nice. Over 100 unit turnaround since then, and this is when you get to the nitty gritty with the NHL season coming to a close in about 2 weeks. It's tough. It's going to be tough to distinguish these teams now. Those that are locked into the playoffs, don't really have much to fight for besides seeding, but I don't think it really matters in the NHL. It doesn't. These teams just want to play playoff hockey, and that's that. But it gets down to the nitty gritty. The last 2 weeks are going to be I think it's going to be extremely difficult, in my opinion, especially being an NHL capper, and I can vouch for those out there as well. Those that are hockey bettors, gamblers, cappers, same thing. It's going to be very difficult to cap these last 2 weeks. So I'll be, as much as I want to give you guys, 5, 6, even last night, 17 plays last night. I mean, I went crazy last night, but why the hell not? It's a Tuesday. Why not? Let's have fun. That's the whole point of doing this show. That's the whole point of me being a capper. Let's enjoy this stuff. We're ahead. We're up. We're up big. I mean, we're kicking ass this season so far. So let's have fun with it. So tonight we have 3 games on the ice. Those that are coming in, enjoying the show, welcome aboard. I got 20 minutes with you guys. And in the meantime, I want to go ahead and start breaking down these 3 games. If you have something in between, let me know. And I can answer your questions and or whatever your bets that you're leaning on for tonight and give you more of an analysis with that. All right, so let's open it up. We're going to go to the Broad Street Bullies tonight. The New York Rangers at the Philadelphia Flyers here, over-under here at 6. Rangers minus 200 on the money line. Flyers coming at plus 175 as a big-time home dog. Wednesday night rivalry games usually pulls for an upset, at least one upset tonight. Do I think it's going to be this game tonight? Probably not. Just the fact that Flyers are out of contention. There's no need to win these games. Just get a good draft spot. That's all they really need. However, 75% of the public money on the Rangers here tonight. So obviously, all that money going towards the Rangers for a majority of it. Philly at home, 13, 18, and 3, 17 and 20, covering the puck line in the last 37. And 7 and 3 in their last 10 with the over. So obviously the Flyers are a trending over team big time right now. Rangers come in 23-13-2 on the road. Stellar road team. 21-17 on the road, covering the puck line in their last 38. 5-4-1 in their last 10 with the over. So obviously they're trending pretty lightly on the over right now. So you come into this game tonight. Flyers out of contention. No need to win these games. It's very possible. Don't get me wrong. It's a Wednesday night. Anything could happen in the NHL. We saw the Sabres last night pull off an upset, and those that cashed out the +1.5 puck line at +150 on the show yesterday for the Sabres. Simple as that too. I mean, that was a no problem winner for you guys out there at good odds. However, just Flyers to me, and obviously I'm backing my team here. No need at all to win these games. You're out of contention. What is there to fight for? Get a decent draft pick. That's what Philly wants. And I'll leave it like that. But Rangers tonight, -200, absolutely too juicy for me. Regulation, I would consider taking a regulation here tonight. Something that I would look at if you're not digging the money line. I know I wouldn't. I just think that's just too much, in my opinion, -200. And DraftKings is even going up at -210. So it's just going to go up. It's just going to go up, from here on out till puck drop tonight. So -200, -210, it doesn't matter. Nothing I would consider taking in that. Too juicy of a line for me. Give me the Rangers regulation, -135. Something that you could absolutely bite on tonight. Decent price. It's not too juicy. Again, a team like the Rangers that are a very great road record, a team that's in the playoffs, but has that winning mentality on the road. Like I said, 23-13 on the road. I mean, pretty damn solid for this season for this Rangers squad. Flyers have nothing to fight for. Really, no need to win this game here tonight if I'm Philadelphia. Tank. Last 2 weeks of the NHL season, you might get a couple wins here from the Flyers, but I don't think it's going to be tonight. Rangers regulation -135 is my play here tonight. I also like the Rangers -1. If you're not frisky about those regulation plays, because they are dangerous. All right, if you have like a 3-3 game going to overtime, you're going to lose that regulation bet, just like how we did with the Predators last night when you go to 0-0 to overtime, and you win in overtime, 1-0. -1's always a safer play for me. I mean, I do like regulation plays, but again, you always have that danger mode where if you go in OT tied, you lose the bet. Rather than having the -1, worst case, if they win, you push. And I think I could vouch for everybody there that they would take that more than a loss any day of the week. So give me the Rangers here. I like regulation though, and the -1 for the New York Rangers here tonight. In terms of the over 6, I'm on the over. I like the over 6 spot here, -120 you could still get. It might move the 6.5 just because of these two teams, how the over has been trending for both squads, specifically Philly, 7-3 in their last 10 games with the overs. But this is a game where I do see over galore. I could see Flyers scoring 3 on their own. Rangers probably at least getting 4. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game tonight between these two, and why not? Battle of New York and Battle of Philly. Like, what better than that? So give me the over 6, and give me the first period over 1.5 goals as well. We got it the other night against Washington. Flyers, Washington got 4 goals in the first period. That was an easy winner, the first period over. So let's rock it out again tonight. First period over 1.5, and 6 as well between the Flyers and Rangers. And like I said in conclusion here, Rangers regulation at -135. But if you're feeling a little bit, if you're too scared of that regulation price, Rangers -1 should be about the same if you're considering that -1 spot. If you were, of course, like I said, regulation is always dangerous, of course, when it goes to overtime. So Rangers -1, regulation, over 6, over first period, 1.5 goals. There you go, down there in Broad Street. Okay. Moving on, Montreal Canadiens at the Columbus Blue Jackets. Over-under here is at 6.5 live right now. I have 6 here at -135. DraftKings, I believe you can still get this at. I got the over 6 at -135 on BetMGM. Not sure where it's at right now. This was this morning, about 9 o'clock this morning. I got the over 6 at -135. So I would buy the alternate goal as long as you can get that -135 spot. If it's -145 or higher, I'd lay off and just stick to that 6.5 spot. I still like the over 6.5. But let's get down to the stats here between these two squads. Columbus -160 on the money line. They opened up at -180, down to -160. A little bit of money going towards Montreal. I'm not surprised. This is a pesky team that can win this game here tonight. and they can score. I mean, they'll shock anybody. Excuse me. However, Montreal is plus 150 as a road dog here tonight. Columbus is getting 80% of the public money tonight. Something to keep aware on. Those that are trending on the Jackets here tonight, something to consider. Obviously, this is the highest. Besides Colorado, this is the highest consensus play for this evening. Obviously, when there are 3, but 80% of the public money on the Jackets here tonight at minus 160. Jackets at home this year, 18, 15, and 2. Covering the puck line, they've been pretty well. 23 and 14 in their 37 home games covering the puck line. 5 and 5 in their last 10 with the overs. Montreal, 10, 21, and 6. Such a different team compared to last year, where they had that Cinderella run to the Stanley Cup Finals, and obviously to lose to the Bolts once again. It's just this Cinderella team, man, just not even close to making the playoffs at all. I mean, was it a dud? Was it a fluke of a team last year? It's tough to say that. But this team, however, 20 and 18 on the road, covering the puck line in the last 38, 5 and 5 in the last 10 with the overs. So both even. I like the overs, though. Again, two teams that really have nothing to fight for. I just like the overs, with these two teams when they play each other. Give me the over 6, okay, since I already locked the over 6 and I had the over 6. If you have the 6.5, take that as well. I expect to see goals galore in this game here as well. So over 6, over 6.5. This is a very difficult game, but I'm gonna lean Columbus here, -1 as well. Minus 160, I would consider it as well. It's a little juicy for me, minus 160, definitely juicy. But I think the Jackets, at home, they should take care of business against Montreal. Montreal has no business winning this game, but it's the Canadiens. They might show up. They might win this game straight up. Who knows? But I'm on the Jackets here tonight here, and I like the first period over as well. I could see both teams to score first period, 1-1 after 1. That's just how I am. But I'm gonna roll with the same plays here. Jackets here and over 6, over 6.5, and over first period 1.5 goals. So there you go, Columbus, Montreal, and we move on. Final game of the evening. We're gonna go to Colorado. LA Kings at the Colorado Avalanche. Over under here is at 6 as well. Sorry, I thought someone was at the front door. Colorado minus 250 on the money line. Absolutely ridiculous. It's insane price. LA coming off a great win last night against Chicago. Now they travel to Denver and to play the Colorado Avalanche. It's going to be a difficult game for the Kings on a back-to-back, but you never know. Kings are plus 210. It's so tempting to take the Kings. I'm very tempted to take the Kings in this game. 80% of the public money as well riding on Colorado. Now, if you're a moneyline parlay guy, Rangers, Jackets, Avs pays plus 230 on DraftKings. If you're a moneyline parlay guy, 2-team, 3-team, 4-team, 10-team, whatever. Rangers, Jackets, Avs moneyline parlay pays out plus 230, and that's on DraftKings if you're interested in that. Something to consider. I probably won't do that tonight, but just something to consider here. Avs 28, 4, and 2 at home this year. Stellar. It's just a stellar team at home. They're impossible to be beaten at home. They really are. They're a great home team. Only 4 losses, like I said. It's tough. However, Kings, great road team. 21, 10, and 4 on the road this year. Another great team here as well, fighting for that playoff spot. I believe they get in. This Kings team, very fun to watch too. A great Kings squad here, especially on the road. So, breaking down the puck line though, Avs 18 and 17 in their last 35 home games. LA 25 and 12 in their last 37 on the road, covering the puck line. I mean, this team's it's a great road team cover. A great covering road team. Simple as that. I want to reiterate that for you guys. But, and then when it comes to the over-unders, let me get back to you guys here. When it comes to the over-unders, Colorado 3 and 7 in their last 10 with the overs. LA 5, 4, and 1 in their last 10 with the overs. So Kings slightly above on that over trend. Colorado's just been really inconsistent scoring lately, and that's kind of scary as they head into the postseason. I mean, are they kind of calming it down before the storm in the playoffs? I'm not really sure. Are they taking it easy as this regular season ends? I'm not sure, but I'm going to take the under 6 in this game here. Just I haven't seen just the inconsistency of Colorado scoring has it's kind of taken its trip, and this is just a game that I do like the under in this spot here. If it's any under, this is the game that I'm going to go under with. So, and that's what I'm on. Under 6 Avs Kings. Give me the Kings here puck line. All right, I want to take a huge chance here. They might get blown out here 4-1, and I don't really care because I just love how this Kings team has been. Colorado's been inconsistent. I can't trust them enough right now. It's a big number here tonight, and they call it Wednesday Night Rivalry for a reason. Could there be an upset? It's possible. Could the Kings win at plus 210? Probably. It's possible. Anything's possible tonight. But I want to go take this plus 1.5 spot here for the Kings. You get plus 125, plus 120 on DraftKings, plus 125 on BetMGM. I just think it's a good value. It's a good value spot here for the Kings, especially. I know it's a back-to-back. I know they played a great game against Chicago the other night. But a team on a back-to-back and a great road team cover, too. Like I said, 25-12 in the last 37 road games. Absolutely elite. I mean, probably one of the best road covering teams in the NHL, and that's the LA Kings. So give me Kings puck line plus 1.5 at plus 125. I like that. Good value, good number. I mean, like I said, don't be surprised if they get blown out, but I just can't trust the Avs right now. They've been inconsistent, and that's why I'm leaning the Kings. Back-to-back or not, this team is young enough. They got a great core and a solid road team, too, on top of that. If you want to sprinkle a little bit on the money line on plus 210, why not? Do it. I know I mentioned the 3-team money line parlay, but I'm on the Kings here. Kings puck line plus 1.5 and the under 6 here between LA and the Colorado Avalanche. So let me repeat all these 55 games here tonight. Now, we only got 3 on the ice. Rangers, regulation, -1. All right, regulations, -135. -1 you can get for the same number here against Philly. First period over 1.5 goals, and I also like the full game over 6 tonight there down at the Wells Fargo Center. Again, there's nothing to fight for the Flyers tonight at all. Get a good draft spot. Simple as that. That's how I feel. That's how I feel if I'm a Flyers fan. Montreal, Columbus, I'm on the Jackets here tonight, -1 as well. They should take care of business tonight against Montreal. Montreal is a very pesky team, like I said. But I think Columbus walks out of here with a win at home, -1. And over 6 I locked in the other night. This one actually, about 3-4 hours ago, I locked in the over 6 at -135. That was on DraftKings. That was also on BetMGM. Now it's at 6.5. I still like the over 6.5. I really do. I think we'll get a lot of goals here tonight in this game. First period over 1.5 as well. I think we'll get there. I think we'll get there early. I really do. I just have a feeling about this. Just the way Montreal has been scoring lately. You could even look at team totals for Montreal, 2.5 plus odds, I believe. But they've been cashing. And I know both teams are 5-5 in their last 10 with the overs. However, this is a game where, like I said, nothing to fight for, and I do think that we get this over tonight. So over 6.5, Columbus -1 in that first period, over 1.5 goals. And then last but not least, we're going to head to Colorado as the Kings take on the Colorado Avalanche. Kings puck line plus 1.5. Like I said, Wednesdays are usually you get an upset. Usually, like every other night, you usually get a good upset. I know lately it's been kind of obviously it's been a dog night, a dog trend as of late here. So that plus 210 on the Kings money line looks really, really nice. I know it's on a back-to-back, but maybe sprinkle something small on that if you're feeling the Kings. But I do like the plus 1.5 spot for the Kings. Great puck line covering team. 25-12, like I said, in the last 37 road games. They're a great team. They're a great road team, and I believe they can cover 10 against Colorado. So puck line, Kings, plus 125 you can get right now. Good value. And the under 6, the inconsistency of Colorado as of late. I can't trust them right now scoring. It's hit or miss with this squad. It really is. Beginning of the season, they were over galore. Now you're getting closer to the end of the regular season. It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal between how this team has been scoring-wise. So under 6 and LA puck line plus 1.5. Now, if you want a crazy money line parlay, like I said, money line parlay, if you want to do Rangers, all the favorites tonight, Rangers, Jackets, Avs, 3-team moneyline parlay pays out plus 230, and you get that on DraftKings right now if you're interested. I'm not going to play it again. I know a lot of you out there do moneyline parlays. This is just a favor, a favor money line parlay, I like to say, with decent odds for a 3-teamer. But I'm laying off of that. I'm not going to take that. And that's how I am. So I have about a couple minutes with you guys. If you have any questions, write it in the conversation. I'm live. I'm on the air. So if you want to talk any bets, let me know. We got a huge card tomorrow as well as we wind down to the final 2 weeks of the NHL regular season. 12 games on the ice tomorrow. So tomorrow's show is going to be ready to rock and roll. I know it's slim pickings tonight. Don't go crazy. As of now, clients have one play. And as of Twitter, I might have one play, maybe two. So, 3 plays between clients and Twitter list. Max, no less than, between 2 and 3 plays, to be honest with you, going into tonight's slate. So nothing crazy. Don't force plays either, all right? Just because I'm giving you my show plays, my leans, my bets, and everything, doesn't mean you have to take the bets. Save those units if you want. Be responsible. Tomorrow's a long day, and tomorrow is another day as well. 12 games on the ice tomorrow. And, tomorrow's show is going to be fire. All right, we're going to have a fire show like how we did yesterday. Couple quick hitters as we head into tomorrow. You have a couple games that are somewhat interesting. You have Ottawa at Boston. You just never know. Boston could come out firing after getting beat by the Blues last night. Blues travel to Buffalo, where Buffalo had a great win against Toronto. Could St. Louis answer, and kind of ruin that high that Buffalo had? Caps play Toronto in Toronto. Is Toronto going to be ticked off? Do we see the Leafs basically win this game, or do the Caps, get another head above the Islanders? You're just not sure yet. Ducks and Tampa. Again, Ducks played extremely well. Gibson was on fire last night, but does that continue in Tampa Bay? I don't think so. I think Tampa stomps the Ducks tomorrow, and I believe you get the over there too. Islanders and Pittsburgh, a rematch of last night. I mean, this is a game where it could go either way. Could it be a revenge spot? It's very possible. Detroit, Carolina, another game where, Carolina has been hit or miss as of yet. I believe, last week or two, taking the Hurricanes team totals, puck lines, they really haven't been covering that as of late. And they play Detroit, who's out of contention. And, are they going to just kind of chill out a little bit? We'll see what happens. Edmonton and Nashville. Edmonton threw up a 1-goal dud last night. Goes to Nashville. I mean, do we see over? I think we see goals there in that game tomorrow. And Nashville, 1-0 win against the Sharks. I think Edmonton has to be a little ticked off after what happened last night against Minnesota. Minnesota, Dallas. This is going to be probably one of the better games at 8 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow night. Minnesota at Dallas. Could be a great potential playoff setup, as well at some point. But this is going to be a good game. Dallas is a good home team. I like Dallas in that spot there. Again, more in depth tomorrow as we get into it. Sharks, Chicago, really nothing to fight for. Maybe an over. Chicago, maybe a winner there as well after what happened against the Kings. Devils and Avs. Again, we've been riding Devils overs. They've been cashing us out. They've been cashing our first periods. They've been cashing out team totals. They play Colorado tomorrow. Colorado will be on a back-to-back at home. Does it stand? Does Colorado get goals tomorrow night? We'll see what happens. An over looks like a good trend to me. Vegas and Calgary. Vegas lost to Vancouver. Could be a good spot here. Solid game for the most part. And then you have your nightcap, Arizona and Vancouver. I think Vancouver walks out of there with a dub as well. But we'll see what happens. And unfortunately, just like that, I'm out of time. I hope you all had fun. I'm not getting any comments from you guys about tonight's games. I get it. Only 3 games on the card. Don't be, it's all good. If you missed out on the show, I'll be retweeting it so you guys can check it out. Otherwise, come back tomorrow. Same time, same place. 12 in the East, 9 in the West. 12 games on the ice tomorrow. All right, I expect you all to join in on the fun and ask what your favorite bet is of the night. Get talking. So have a great Wednesday, great hump day. Listen, if you're in the East Coast, it's beautiful today, up to almost 80 degrees. So enjoy it. Everyone be safe out there, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.